Well, by the bloody hell. Good afternoon, me old spot of dactyses, dinkles and popty pings, and how the devil are ya? I hope you're well. Give me 1 second, I just want to check my back twizzers. You get that feeling you've forgotten something. Woo! Aye, well, did I say good afternoon, me old spot of dactyses, dinkles and popty bloody pings, and how the devil are you? If I did, I've said it again. You're joining me here from Cardiff in Wales, boy. Oh, I'm going to rename this place fucking Alcatraz. I feel like I've been trapped here all afternoon trying to get away. The time now is 17:52. Feels like we've been here ages. We got here at 2:30 to be fair. Was it 2:30? Let's just have a look. No, 2:45 we got here. This feels like I've been sat here all afternoon. That was some tight reverse into that bloody shed before, I tell you. Jesus. It was full on like. I get it. It was no bother. Yeah, it's a cheeky reverse into a shed though. You can't see for daylight, you see. And then you're coming out of daylight into pitch black darkness, but a fella told me, follow train track in, follow tram line in, you'd be alright. So you can get out here, it'd be like 4 knocks getting through the gate. Hello.
You've got the paperwork.
I've got my paperwork, yes.
I need to scan the barcodes on it.
Alright. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, love.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You have a good day. I'll see you later. Alright, love. Ta-ra now. Bye-bye. Okay, now let's get out of here before she changes her fucking mind and kicks me in. It was a man coming in. Fuck me. You got your PPE? I said, yeah. Let's have a look at it. I said, it's inside lockup. Well, get out and show me. Alright, so no bother. Right, so I've absolutely no idea how I'm getting out of this Cardiff now. I came in from a school with bloody way. We tipped Newport this afternoon. Traffic was absolutely shocking on the way down here. From junction 27 at Wigan, Standish there, all the way down to junction 19 this morning, traffic was bloody horrendous. Apparently, I don't know what had gone on, some of you may know. There'd been a big accident on M62, junctions 11 to 12, I think, at the Eccles interchange. Shut both directions pretty much all day, so some poor buggers deared there, do you know what I mean? There's any old mirrors, there's a van behind us. Again, I've come in this way, but I have no idea which way, like. I know I'm going to be going right here, some mirrors. And we've loaded there with steel.
Yards, turn right, then.
Right, I know I'm going to be going right here. I know I definitely came in this way. I know that.
Turn right, then at the end of the road, turn left.
Okay, love. I'm just trying to, if I can, follow my nose out for the M4. I'm sure that way in, I saw a bloody sign for M4 going that way, but I ain't got a clue. Right, mirrors. Mindful. There's a couple of joggers coming down in a van. Am I going to get out? Yeah. Yeah, ladder. We're ahead. Right, I'm trying to pick up the M4 now and get out of Wales, basically. The time, as I say, is 5 to 6. Which way are we going, pal?
Turn left,
Right on.
then go round the roundabout,
clue. Penarth, or Penrath, or Penarth, no idea. I could have swore M4 went the other way, but I'm sure I can see a sign down here saying M4, so we'll just follow our nose. Yeah, I was going to say the traffic looks horrendous up there, and then I thought, is that a car park? And then I thought, no, that's actually a bridge. So, I bet that's where we're going. Yeah, we've loaded steel for a place back up Scotland. Just mirrors mindful. There's a cyclist. I'm just going to put my handbrake on. There's a cyclist going to come right through centre of us here. I'm just going to let them pass because yon mon is cruising for half a day out with Undertaker doing that. That's bizarre. We're not in London, lad. They're in Cardiff. Steady on, pal. They're in Cardiff, lad. One hand on angle bar there, weaving in and out of traffic. He's all up place. Straight in front of cars there. He's gone over to bloody side of curb there. He's cruising for half a day out with Undertaker, that young lad. Oh, there you go, weaving again, straight in central reservation. Just do what I want, thank you, please. And where's boy? Oh, he's straight out onto dual carriageway now, riding in opposite direction to oncoming traffic. Jesus, lad. They're not bothered round here, are they? Right, am I in wrong lane? No, I think this is going to take us round. There's the M4.
After 100 yards,
sign for it anyway.
go round the roundabout.
I think we're going to have to go left. We're not going to clear this junction, so I'm just going to hold back. I'm just going to hold it back here because we're not going to clear this junction. Also, these two joggers, I think it's the same two lads I saw before coming across. There's no point going forward here because my arse end will be sticking out, blocking this junction. Blocking this crossing, should I say. Some mirrors. Right, traffic's moving, we're going to roll forward, just gently. I want a nice wide swing round here, so over towards this white line already. I'm just trying to get my positioning sorted already. I don't want to run up this curve here. So I'm right over on white line here now. So I've just cleared that crossing, that's alright, we're happy with that. By the looks of it, I'm going to go left here, onto this bypass where the car park is, make my way up a junction, spin back round and come back down that way. Christ knows how. Well, that's what we're going to do. I'm following El Twaticus Navicus now, so if it gets us in shit, then it is what it is. I don't know what's gone on up here, but this bridge looks like an absolute car park, it really does. There's nothing moving. But I saw a sign saying M4 the other way. I don't want to chance it because I don't know Cardiff. I have no idea about Cardiff, no, so I'm not. So I'm just going to have to sit with this car park here on the left. Day's gone anyway now, it's 6 o'clock. We've actually got 3 hours and 8 minutes driving time left, but I don't fancy driving for 3 hours and 8 minutes. I'm just going to try and get out of Cardiff, try and get up through Wales, make my way back to Strensham Services. I'm going to need fuel. And then we'll take it from there. Well, I've no idea where I'm going to park tonight yet. I've used a 10-hour drive last night, there's no point me using one tonight. So far, my total daily driving is 6 hours and 35 minutes. I started at 6 o'clock this morning, it's now 6 o'clock now, so I've done 12 hours already. Ideally, next hour I want to be parking up so I can have 11 off, but I don't mind running a 15, I've got 3 of them. I ran one last night. So as I say, nice wide swing here. I want on this white line so I don't cut up this curb here. Just don't like scraping my tyres. So just bear with, we'll let this white one, silver one come round, this Mercedes. Just on white line I want. Just mindful now where these cars are coming at the side of me. Also checking my position here.
First exit, then keep right.
I'm going to be going left, M4 West. So mirrors again. Just mindful where this trailer's going, watching where this headboard's going now. We're just coming close to this curb in this mirror. So I've not quite cut this traffic off properly. There's no point me coming out, I'm just going to have to stay here because I'll block out road if I come out now. There's nothing we can do. If people get impatient and start pipping behind me, then there's nothing we can do, they'll have to go round us. It's not going anywhere fast, this traffic light. Maybe there's been an accident on there or something, I don't know. It's a car park, it's stopped dead. If you know another way out of Cardiff than this way I'm going, then there's no point shouting at your screen right now because I've no idea. I can't hear you. I don't really want to be going through towards city centre, do you like? I suppose what I could do is make my way back round this roundabout and go up that way, see if I can get on where I've just come out of that steel place, because this traffic's not moving. It stops solid on that bridge there. There's a police car going across, so there's been an accident or something up there. Right, now then, decisions. That's absolutely jam solid. We're going to have to try and force our way out here and find an alternative route, I think. That's going nowhere fast. There's a siren going that way, blue flashing lights, so we're going to find another way out. I can't quite see now round me. Just mindful. There's a car trying to squeeze its way past us. Can't see a bloody thing. Right, let's just try. We'll have to try and find an alternative route out of here now. That is an absolute car park. So I'm going to go back towards that steel place. We'll have to try and find an alternative route out. No idea where that's going. That's going in towards Cardiff centre. Don't fancy it. Do not fancy it at all. So we'll go back up here over this bridge and we'll see if we can try and find an alternative route out. That's going nowhere fast, all that stuff.
After 200
El Twaticus Navicus is telling us turn back.
Fourth exit.
This'll do us. A48, sorry. M4, Newport, A48.
Go round the roundabout, fourth exit.
Oh, mirrors. Mindful. Go on, lad. On you come. Gentle, steady. Mirrors. Again, city centre. I don't want that. I want to keep away from that as much as possible. I'm going to go this way and hopefully get spat out to the side of this accident. But that way's signposted for Newport, so if I have to do, I'll go back into Newport. Bearing in mind now these speed limits have changed, it's 20 mile an hour. So, mindful, mirrors. Yeah, we're just completely winging this now. There's got to have been a bad accident or something are coming together up over to the side of that bridge on M4. So wherever this takes us now, it takes us. It's that time of night. I can't be arsed sitting there for hours. So mirrors, mindful. Car coming out, red one. Trying to stick to 20 mile an hour is hard work. So mirrors. Also have to stop in a bit and just double check this load because I can already see a couple of my straps on top just flapping in wind. The secure, there's no moving. Mirrors, mindful, high rise curbs on right hand side. Again, no idea where we are here now. No idea. Just winging it, trying to avoid that traffic back there. If job's going to be knackered and we can't get through round here, we'll just find somewhere to park up on this industrial estate. We'll try again in the morning. Well, this is signpost for Newport now. Docks, Newport.
After 300
M4.
yards, go round the roundabout, second exit.
Second exit. Straight across. Mirrors. Mirrors, mindful. I'm going to take up most of this lane here because this curb tightens on left hand side. So mirrors. Nothing coming from right, just double checking mirrors. Mirrors over towards curb on this side, signals on. Mirrors as we come round over towards curb on right. Mirrors. Steady heading now, just rolling up to this traffic. Should be a right hand turning by the looks of this signpost here onto M4. So when I was coming in, I'm sure I seen a sign for M4 up there, so hopefully this will put us on the opposite bloody direction. M4 West, I think we want.
After 100 yards,
Mirrors, signals
go
on, we want right hand lane. Hopefully
second
these lights
exit.
don't change on us, we're just ready, they have changed, yeah. Oh well. It happens. Yeah, we're
Go
just
round the roundabout,
literally over a
second
quarter of a
exit.
tank, so I think we'll need some fuel at Strensham. I can afford to go into a 15 tonight, doesn't matter. It's I can afford to do that. My 10-hour drive I don't want to go into. I always try and save that for Fridays to get home, and I needed it to get home on Friday. So them lights are changing at that side. Lights are changing now on our side. Some mirrors. Just over towards the white line on my left hand side here, so I don't cut up this curb on the right on the roundabout as we're going round it. Just steady Eddie, just tickling and feckling. Bring us round nicely into right lane. That's the M4 East. Yeah, baby.
Take the exit.
Riding along in my automobile. Right, mirrors, lights are changing. We're going to go left here. Again, I'm trying to follow my nose and sat nav. I don't know Cardiff at all. Don't know Cardiff at all. But that's for the M4 West. Hopefully it doesn't spit us back into city centre or put us back to where we've just bloody been. If it puts us back to where we've just been, I give up. I'll just find somewhere to park. That's a dock by the looks of it. Actually, I'm not sure whether I've been on there with scrap metal. I don't know. There's a scrap metal place there. I might have been with the previous employer. Can't mind on. But yeah, I do not know Cardiff at all. We're currently in a 30, we're just coming into a 40 now. How the hell are you meant to do 20 mile an hour on legs dual
400
carriageway?
yards. Go round the roundabout, second exit.
I hope this is not putting us back to the same bloody place, like. I really do. Mirrors backing him off. I really hope this is not putting us back to the same frigging place. I'll cry if it does. I think I want this middle lane, I do. Mirrors. I want the middle lane.
Go round the roundabout, second exit.
Yeah, baby. I'm hoping this lane, I can't see where markings up road. I'm hoping this lane will throw us into the middle lane, but we just have to be mindful. It's all going on, I tell you. One of them days today. Right, lights are changing, mirrors. We'll just make our intentions known that we're coming across with indicator. Try and follow the line in here. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Right, this should be it. Mirrors, just mindful. Just over towards that curve so we come round nicely with a white line. Here comes Lorraine again. It's been on and off like a new bride's nighty all day, this frigging rain. So mirrors.
Take the exit.
Yeah, baby, I'm taking it. Mindful of this curve, so over towards this white line, just mindful of what's coming round us. Again, haven't got a clue where I am here, I just know that I'm in Cardiff. We shouldn't have to worry about low bridges, we've got rhubarb on, or rebarb steel. So we're coming under a tunnel by the looks of it. We are in a 50, I did see sign for it back there. Some mirrors. Here's the tunnel. I don't know whether there's a charge for going under this, I've not a clue, no idea. But we're moving, that's the main thing, we're moving. Rather than being sat there in traffic for hours on end, we're moving. So we're happy with that. Idly, 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 pee. Stinking rotten swine she. Mirrors coming into open speed limit, which in Wales for us will be 60. It's a dual carriageway. Get up to 60, we'll be alright. Right, there, bingo. What's this? Them 4. Come on, baby. Them 4 and 348. Bridge end. Penny wide bonds. What's this one doing? Indicating braking up a blue car. I know. Oh, this is nice. We're coming across a bloody harbour. I know one at Bridges has been shut today. It's been on radio. I think it might have been the Prince of Wales Bridge. I've never been across here. This is brand new to me. It really is. If you have one of them apartments there, though, you get a lovely view out on a clear day. But today's not one of them clear days. It's shite. It's misty as out there. Right, so I think we just follow our nose here and head out for M4, right? Don't really want a services tonight. I paid for a services last night, but if I have to, I'll throw it on Stransham. I just want to get down that M50 in mid Wales and we'll crack on. In fact, I do know a place where we can get fuel actually on the just before the M50, and that's a services and all. Some mirrors, mindful. Traffic coming up this slip road here. This one's going to join. There's one bang on at side of me. We're going to get out just before it. So we're 8 miles to M4 according to that sign I've just seen. We're crossing over another bridge now. Feel that wind picking up, right? It's pretty strong. strapping road there, just mindful of that. We've just passed it. It's not one of those. You've got to watch. You've got to mind on because it'll bust your tyres. Just backing him off. We're straight on according to this sign. A48 M4. There's lovely. No idea where we are. I just know we're leaving Cardiff. That was a brand new experience for me today, loading that. This rhubarb or rebarb steel. It's just great big thin pieces of bloody steel. They must make it all here as well. It's quite interesting. Until I went for a strap up, and the only place I could find was right in all these fucking puddles. Fucking piss went through. It's always deeper than your boot when you try and walk through a puddle what's full of murky, muddy water, isn't it? You know what I mean? Anyhow, we're moving. That's the main thing. Mirrors, mindful, slip road. One already joining, just looking back here. Two coming up, nowhere near us. Traffic overtaking us, so we'll just hold our course. Just keeping it at 50 here. It's a nice steady eddy rolling on. It's pissing down. It's that fine rain what soaks you through. And it's blowing, the wind's blowing quite blustery and all. Still alright for driving time. Still alright for time. Technically we can run on till 9 o'clock tonight. I've no intentions of running on till 9 o'clock tonight. However, I'm mindful it's 20 past 6 now. We've been out all day today and we've got no bad traffic. It happens, do you know what I mean? Mindful here now, these windows steaming up inside. Steamy windows, as Tina Turner said. Steamy windows, running from the home away. So I have to gubbins on here, but then you sweat your tits off. Some mirrors. Just mindful, I'm catching this little red Fiat Panda thing in front of us, so just come off the gas and just roll down behind it. Back on gas now. Are we still in Cardiff? I've no idea. What will we call this video then? Mindful, there's half a tyre there. Mirrors. What will we call this video then? Trying to avoid bad traffic to leave Cardiff in Wales, boy. Oh, something like that. I don't know. Anyhow, we're moving, that's all what matters to me. So M4 straight ahead, apparently. 4 miles off. Got them. I've got a couple of pairs of blue gloves that I accidentally forgot hand back in at my previous employer. The smooth blue ones, they're absolutely spot on for raining and stuff like that. The only thing is, once your hands start sweating in them, they fucking stink inside. Inside of the gloves stink. Once your hands start sweating or they get a bit wet inside, they absolutely stink. It smells like you've dipped your hands in a box of fucking maggots. And I don't even go fishing, you know what I mean? No matter how much you try and clean them with wet wipes, unless you've got a tap and some soap and hot water, your fucking hands smell like you've just been dipping them in maggots on side of a canal. pike fishing or something, you know what I mean? So Mirror's mindful, we are in a temporary 50 which is opening back up now into open speed limit. Mindful, slip road coming down here, some Mirrors, one already joining two, Mirrors. Just come off that gas, there's heavy traffic passing me. Just roll him down, just let these two come on. So I'll just start backing him off now because its road conditions are very wet. Here comes Lorraine again. .3 miles off the M4. Steamy windows. Back on the gas. This rain would make its bloody mind up. You can't rain much more, it's absolutely pissed it down for the last 2 days. Horrible. Dual carriageway is going back to where all that traffic was. I don't know. Got all these cars coming towards us. I wonder whether they're going to get stuck in that. It looked, honestly, when I came towards that bridge, I thought, am I seeing things, or is that a car park up on a multi-storey? And then I thought, no, that's actually a bridge in a big main dual carriageway road. Anyway, we got round it, we got out of it. I should have gone bloody right when I come out of that steel place then, but didn't really have time to Google myself a route because I was that busy backing in the shed and then strapping bloody load, you know what I mean? Anyway, every day's a school day, we got out of it. Loaded for Scotland, back up north, something down south, straight back up north again. We don't have to worry about that till tomorrow, we'll be going there tomorrow afternoon. Maybe even tipping. What day will it be tomorrow? Wednesday? Maybe even tipping Thursday, I don't know.
800 yards, keep right, then
Mirrors.
go round the roundabout.
Actually, there is a services called 7 View. Now I know that they do our fuel in there. Some Mirrors. I want the right hand lane, don't I? Mirrors, mindful. Don't know what this services is here. Come on, pal. Let us out. Sorry for monkeying it.
Keep right, then go round the roundabout.
I've got one of them cars.
Go round the
Citroen
roundabout.
C1.
Third exit.
Wife's old car. Mirrors were straight out. I use wife's old car, me, for work, and that's what I have, one of them little Citroen C1s. It's actually quite cool, it's quite punchy. It goes for a little car, but some Mirrors just come across here. But it's weird, when I've been out all week at work in this, and I come home and I get into Citroen C1, it's absolutely mental because I started going wide foot corners and everything, and I think, what am I doing? I'm in a roller skate now. It's bizarre. I call it a little roller skate, mate. But hey, it does job. It gets me from our house to the yard, and it sits there all week. Costs bugger all on petrol. It's a cracking little car, but we got wife a new one last year, so I've just took hers. Because my Peugeot was due MOT in a couple of months, and it was going to need a bit of work spent on it. So I think, nope, time gets short. Mirrors. Now, what's this services here? It's not one for us. I've actually been in that services. I've stayed the night there. It's not one I can get fuel from though. So mirrors, mindful.
Take the exit, then take the motorway.
Yeah, it's not one I can get fuel from, I don't think. Anyway, just mindful, just watching it coming round here because road conditions are still very wet. I don't want to slide. Right, on that gas now, mirrors. Mirrors. Already looking over to the right, we're going to start putting a signal on shortly. There we go, we put signal on early now, give everybody our intentions. We are now joining from the left. So mirrors. Transit van in lane 1. Come on, pal, he's going to get out before us. Rest of them moving over for me. Happy with that. Here comes Lorraine again. Needs to make his mind up, this rain. I call it Lorraine. Here comes Lorraine again. Walking in my head on a man of between letting rain after you. Baby, talk to me. Don't give up your day job, Dorothea. You will never make a fisherman. Yes, I will, me hand stinking maggots. You will never make a fisherman. Oh, yes, I will. Oh, they fucking stink. Right, we're on M4, so we're going to go now back through to the side of Newport. Then we're going to pick up the road for what's in Thingamajig Malarkey. We're going to pick up the road for Mid Wales, basically, put across the A40. Drop down the M50, jump on the M5, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and let's all sit back and have a gin and tonic. Like lovers do. We've missed 7 View, I'm sure we have. We might still come to it, I don't know, but I know I can get fuel at Strensham, so I'm not bothered. With enough diesel to get us to Strensham from here. So mirrors, mindful. We want the right hand lane, we want to keep right. That one's going off the A470 to God knows where, some godforsaken place. I take that back. Every part of Wales I'm sure is beautiful. There's no such thing as a godforsaken place. Unless you're in the rough end of Burford Vale. Descending now to rapid rate of knots. Just start backing him off. I think further down here, I think we're coming to. Oh, there's funny enough. There's the sign for Merthyr Tydfil. Another gay in the village, my family. I've never been to Merthyr Tydfil, so I don't know whether it's rough or not. No idea. I'm sure everywhere else it's rough areas, but I've never been to Merthyr Tydfil. I've skirted around the outskirts of it, but I've never been through it. So I do apologise if you are from Merthyr Tydfil and you're only going to the village, my family. I'm not trying to take the piss out of your accent. Please excuse me. Don't take it personal. I do it with everywhere I go. It's just me. I love the Welsh accent, I love how they talk. Can't understand a bloody word of it when they speak in Welsh, but there you go. Now, Wales is a beautiful place. Everywhere's beautiful, everywhere's nice. I'll tell you what, no matter what language you speak or no matter what accent you've got, whether you're in the UK, Europe or the rest of the world, the majority of people, 99% of the majority of the population of this world are all lovely people with a good moral compass and are all just trying to do right by them, the families and the people that they love. There's only a small minority of percentage, no matter where you go, what are idiots and are nasty people. It's a very small minority, by the way. The majority of people, no matter which country you're from, what language you speak, what nationality you are, what colour you are, what religion you are, what sex you are, what sexual orientation you are, majority of people, the moral compass is absolutely spot on, and they will all rather go out the way to help you rather than do you a bad turn. I guarantee that. I guarantee it. I've always found, my philosophy is, as I've got older, mirrors because there's a car coming up the inside of me, come on pal, I'm in. I've always found as I've got older, my motto in life now is everyone is my friend until they prove me wrong. No matter where I go in this truck, or previous truck when I had a previous employment, if I have to stay somewhere overnight, as long as I go into that town or village with a positive attitude and the right attitude and friendly and just being my natural normal self, I never have a problem. If you go out in any town, in any country or any village, if you go out with a shithousing attitude on you, arrogant and looking for trouble, trust me, it will find you a lot sooner than you think it will. And there's always somebody around the corner what is willing and able to knock you down a peg or two and knock you, flatten you and put you on your fucking arse. No matter how hard you think you are, there's always somebody hard around the corner. I'll ring him back in a bit. My old mate Stretch from previous employee, he's not rung me for a few weeks, he's just on phone now. I'll ring him back in a bit. Yeah, there's always somebody what's willing to knock you down a peg or two. Put you back off your pedestal, you know what I mean, off your soapbox. And as I've got older, I just can't be bothered with either anyway. I've never been a fighter, me. From being an adult, I got picked on a bit at school and bullied a couple of times off one particular individual whose name I'll never mention again. But since leaving school and being an adult, I have never been picked on ever again. I've always stood up for myself. I've lost a heck of a lot more than I've won, trust me, a heck of a lot more than I've won. But no, there was one lad I remember, I'm not going to mention his name. There was one lad at our school who was an absolute fucking shithouse. He was a bully. And he'd always go around picking on people, and it came my turn a few times, he had me a few times. I remember walking past him and his mates in geography block one time, and I'd done nothing, minding my own business. And we were in fourth year, and they were all walking past me and I was walking opposite direction, and just out of blue for no reason he just fucking smacked me. Straight in fucking face and straight in eye. He didn't put me down though, which he was shocked about. And I couldn't see, my eyes swelled out instantly. Just, you know when you're not expecting, he just catch me with a fucking blanket. All I was seeing was stars. I wouldn't go down. And he was shocked that I didn't go down, and all his mates were laughing. I thought, you fucking twat, you know what I mean? I ended up walking away, I just defiantly walked away from him. Yeah, he picked on me a few times. And you know, I saw him actually about 10 years after we'd left school. I was out at Wigan one night, and I'd separated from a couple of pals, and there was me and another lad in this little 15 at Wigan. I saw him and I recognised him as soon as I seen him. I'd not seen him for 10 years since leaving school, and I recognised him as soon as I spotted him. And I thought, I was in the army at the time, I was as fit as a fucking fiddle, honestly. I was on leave this weekend from the army. I was absolutely in my prime. I was 26 years old. I was lean, mean and fucking not frightened of having a do. And I fucking spotted him and I thought, come on, I dare you, I fucking dare you. And he came over to me, and he was actually trying to be pally with me and shake my hand, and because I'd had a few drinks, I was ready for him. I was even watching where he was going to come at me from. I was going to dodge him and bang, I was going to have him. And I was goading him to have a do, but he wouldn't. And he was trying to be my best mate and shake my hand and be all apologetic, and all I was thinking was, fuck you, you prick. One wrong word and I'll take your head clean off, do you know what I mean? Now as I think about it now, I mean, that was when I was 26. I'm now vastly approaching 48. So that was 22 years ago. Looking back now, I should have done the decent thing and shook his hand. He obviously felt guilty and he wanted to try and make amends. But all I was thinking was, in my 20s, fuck you, you prick, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to know. And I would have absolutely destroyed him that night, because I was in my prime. I was as fit as a fiddle. and I was in right mindset and ready for it. But I'm glad I didn't, and I'm glad nothing happened. But looking back now, with hindsight, I really do wish that I'd have shook his hand. Because I'm older now, I'm pushing 50, do you know what I mean? He was obviously trying to be the bigger man and shake my hand and no doubt apologise, but I didn't want to know at the time. If I ever met him again, I'd buy him a drink and have a chat with him. But at the time, when you're in your 20s, you know, you're a grown man, you're in your prime, you think, fuck you, I'll have you, pal. I'll never forget what you did to me, you know what I mean? But had I done it, it would probably have made me feel better at the time, of course it would. But looking back now, it wouldn't have made me any better. It wouldn't have made me the better man. The bigger and better man would have been to apologise and shake hands, which he obviously tried to do that night and I didn't want to know. I'm older now, you know what I mean? I'm pushing 50, I'm 48 in a couple of weeks. So I think different now, I really do. But no, I've never been a shithouse that way, but I've never let anybody bully me ever since leaving school. And I've never stood by and let anybody get bullied whilst I've been there. I've always tried to champion the weaker man. I hate bullies. Even to this day, I'll always stand up for somebody who's being bullied. Even if I don't know them. I'd rather take a good hiding with them than walk away and let it continue, do you know what I mean? But anyway, as I've got older, I just think everyone's my friend now until they prove me wrong. I've no time for messing on and shithousing and that. I've never been a fighter, I've been a lover, but I've never backed down. I've always stood my ground and stood up for myself. But trust me, I've lost a heck of a lot more than what I've won. But I've always had to do it. You know, I've always tried to get first in it. But it gets you nowhere. Gets you absolutely nowhere. You know, you get a lad who's a bit of a fighter and a bit of a scrapper as a young lad. They get a reputation round town.
New message received. www. Scott product. Cheers. You
get a young lad who's a scrapper round town when he's late teens, 19, 20. You know, probably up until about 30. They get a reputation for being a bit of a brawler around town. Yeah, they get a bit of respect for it, but there's always somebody what's coming up, a younger lad who'll fucking look up to them and think, yeah, you're a brawler, so am I. I'll knock fuck out you one day, do you know what I mean? And there's always somebody, as they start getting older, I've known lads when it's happened to. They start getting in the 30s and then there's young 21-year-olds coming up through ranks that knock them on their arse, and the good hardings get heavier and hard to take for them when they start getting in the 30s, do you know what I mean? Whereas I've always thought, if you're right with young lads when you see them. I remember when I was in my late teens and early 20s going out uptown, I used to see older men, and I always remember the nice ones who had reputations for being, I wouldn't say being shithouses, but could handle themselves, but they were always gentlemen and they'd always treat you nice, do you know what I mean? And I always remembered them and looked up to them and had respect for them. And I remember talking to a fella one day in Wigan. He had a reputation for not being a shithouse. He was never a shithouse, but he could always angle himself. He'd never walk away from a fight. I remember talking to him. I said, you've been very nice to me tonight, respectful. And he said, well, it's the right thing to do, lad. He said, because you'll not be a young fella forever. He says, one day you'll be my age. He said, and hopefully you'll look after me when I'm older. He said, and you'll look after young lads. He said, don't bully them. He says, don't try and shithouse with them. I think you're better than them. He said, because you get older one day, he said, and they get your age. He said, if you're right with them, they respect you when you're older. If you're not, they'll treat you like a mug when you're older. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, he's right. And he also said something else to me as well, what's always stuck with me. It costs nothing to be nice, Barry. It's nice to be nice and have manners. And I thought, you're right. And there you go. That's just me. I'm rambling shite, as you know, but that's what I do, innit? You know what I mean? So I think we're coming into a 50 now, some mirrors. I'm sweating my tits off. I'm going to knock this heating down a little bit. Mirrors, mindful. I mean, the chances of me dropping on that particular lad from school again You know, I hadn't seen him for 10 years, and I dropped on him one night out at Blue. I've never seen him again for the next 22 years since. I mean, I left school 31 years ago, and I've only seen that particular lad once in them 31 years, so the chances are I might never see him again for the rest of my life, you know what I mean? But if I ever did, I'd offer him my hand and sit down and talk to him. He's probably got married with kids as he's got older and had a different mentality and outlook on life. You do, it happens to all of us, doesn't it? When you've been wronged as a child, it's it's hard to forget until you get a bit older, do you know what I mean? And no, it's water under the bridge now. I mean, chances are I'll never see him again because I now live in Carlisle and call Cumbria my home. I no longer live in Wigan. And quite frankly, I've no intentions of ever moving back to Wigan. Why would I want to? There's nothing there for me. I've nothing against the town. I'll always be a Wigan lad. There's nothing in Wigan for me. My life is in Cumbria now. That's where I've settled, that's where I've put roots down. So mirrors, we're climbing up this hill. I think we climb up this hill, we drop down to the side, and then we start coming on towards mid-Wales, boy, or where we're going to be turning and going for A40 and M50. Riding along in my automobile, my baby beside me at the wheel, cruising and playing the radio, with a slip road here with mindful mirrors. Ideally, I don't want to get fuel until tomorrow morning because I have a quarter of a tank now. I don't like filling up when I'm not too sure where I'm going to be parking. If I can, I don't want to stop at the services, but I don't really want to be parking anywhere on them laybys on going towards the M50. I want to try and run out as much as I can. Some mirrors. I want to try and run out as much as I can, and then get parked up. I don't like filling up with diesel the night before, on an evening. There's no point me getting a full tank of diesel now then stopping in a lay-by, because if I get it nicked, then it's my own fault, isn't it? Touch wood, I've been lucky so far. I've never had the fuel fairies visit me during the night. Maybe, I don't know whether that's pure luck or just mindful of where I'm parking. I don't know. And I hope tonight's not the night when I get done. There's always a chance it's going to happen. You know what I mean? There's thieving bastards everywhere, isn't there? So, mirrors. I've had my signal on long enough. This transit van's no intention to let me come on. I don't think he's paying attention. If I pull out in front of him, bray on his horn at me.
After 800 yards, keep right.
Could have let me out then, that guy. But he's just hogging lane 2. There's no intentions of letting me out. Why? I've no idea. What have I done to you?
Keep right.
Are you from Burfordville by any chance? So we'll roll him on for a bit. Mindful that I'm still in a 50. Oh, there you go, he's going over now into lane 3. Oh no, well, lane 2. Lane 2 of 2 now. Yeah, we're still in a 50. Mindful mirrors, one coming up slip road, white one, traffic overtaking me. Just come off that gas and just let it roll down. This guy should slot on in front of us. We're under another tunnel now, mirrors. comes Lorraine again, mirrors. Climbing uphill. Slip road coming down here. That looks tidal, that, and it's like an estuary, that river. It's all sandbanks and mud flaps. Shitty brown water. Mirrors. Traffic coming down here, there's going to be joining. There's a white one here, just coming on. Mirrors. Cars overtaking me. I'm now in lane 2 of 3. This guy's going to be joining in lane 1. So mirrors. Just mindful, we're past him. Still in a 50 as far as I'm aware. We're back in lane 1 of 3. Mirrors. Just back him off. I don't know why it's a 50 here. It's kind of a motorway, isn't it? You'd think it would be over the speed limit. Mirrors, mindful, looking up this slip road. One coming down, there's no threat to us. You could easily get away with doing 60 on these. I don't know why they put it down to 50, but there's cameras on as well. Stinking rotten swaining shoe diddly diddly dooby diddly doo. So we are climbing. I'm not going slow on purpose. We're climbing uphill. We're down to 40 mile an hour. She's pulling. She's trying, pal. She's trying her best. I assume this rebarb steel, they're like thin, big long tubes, like bars, iron rods. I assume they're for going into building work, into concrete. I think. I don't know. I would imagine that's what they put down into concrete to reinforce it when it sets. I just know we're going up to Scotland to a place called Alloa. Hello, hello! If it's the same site I've been to before, it's the other side of Stirling and the other side of Bannockburn. I could be wrong though. So we're coming off in a mile for the A449, is it? So mirrors, just mindful, we're going to start dropping downhill now, so I'm going to come off that gas early. We're just coasting over the crest of this hill and drop down. Still in a 50, you see. I think we're in right lane for coming off. Should be junction 24, 3/4 of a mile. There we go, Monmouth, that's the one. Monmouth, the Midlands M50, this will be us, we're going to be coming off here. So we'll bray on down here to the M50 and we'll decide what crack is and where we're going to stay tonight. We'll probably take you down to M50, then we'll cut you loose. I've probably gone on for nearly an hour now, so this might be another long video.
Then keep left.
I think it's been an interesting little video. Oh, you seem to enjoy it, so
Take
keep
the
doing
exit.
them.
Then
Some mirrors.
keep left.
Just mindful, we are still in a 50. Road conditions are still wet. It's still trying its best to piss down. It's that fine, misty, horrible rain will soak you right through to the skin. It's just coming up on a 10 to 7 now, and I normally ring my wife between 7 and 1/2, so I'll probably take you onto this big road here for Mid Wales, and then I think I will pull over and cut you loose because I'll be ringing wife in a bit, you see. Now she's back off holiday. Just mindful, you don't want to come round too fast because road conditions are still wet. So mirrors as we come round. Mirrors. Now onto dual carriageway. We can floor it on gas now because we're coming back into open speed limit. Mirrors. There's a lay-by, but I'm not going to pull into that, it looks a bit slitherish. Yeah, I'm going to pull over in a bit, further down the road here. I could have gone in there actually. Next big lay-by, I'm sure there's a big lay-by comes up and you drop down into it with parking on, there's a butty van. We'll pull it into there, we'll set her out here, I'll check me straps again, just make sure they're tight, and then I'll cut you loose and I'll give my wife a ring. Oh, and I've got to ring my mate back as well who tried ringing us before. One of the lads whose sheet I was on the previous job. See, I've kind of become that guy, that lad now, what ex-employee. Now, when you leave a place, I mean, me and that fellow that tried ringing me before, we was on phone to each other every day, sometimes twice a day. And it's same with a few of them. But as you leave, you slowly start dropping off the radar because you've kind of like not got a lot in common anymore. Yeah, you're both truck drivers, but you're not going to the same jobs, so you've nothing moan about and no advice for giving each other and blah blah blah. So it's nothing personal, but after a while they stop ringing you. You just become that ex-employee what's moved on, and you stop ringing them because you're on with your own thing then, doing other jobs and meeting new people and going to different sites and then ringing lads what work for you. There's that big lay-by, we can't get off on it, bastard. Gutted. Can't get off on that. Anyway, there'll be another big one coming up shortly. Yeah, you just become that guy what's just no longer thought of, you know what I mean? It's nothing personal, it's just shit happens. It's an evolution of life, innit? Going back to what we was on about before, as you get older and you start thinking different, I think life becomes that way as well. It's like, I've had friends when I knocked about with when I left school, and you go through phases where you're all out together and then one drops off, they start seeing a girl and she gets pregnant and they end up getting married and you don't see them again. And some friends last forever, don't get me wrong, but a lot of friends in your life, a lot of people in my life come and go, have come and go. It's nothing personal, you just end up leaving them behind and moving on to different things. Like certain circles I knocked about with when I was younger, going wigging beer, popping pills like they were Smarties, banging on to dance music in the early 1990s. I was 17 at the time. I grew out of that when I was like 20. So I did it for 3 years, but all them circle of friends I left behind. A couple of them are dead now. A couple of them are still knocking about, and the last time I heard from one of them on Facebook, he was still bang at it and still thinking he was 17 again. And it was like, I felt a bit sad for him because he'd never moved on with his life. It was just like he was stuck permanently in 1993. Do you know what I mean? A real good lad. And don't get me wrong, there's people left me behind as well. Here we go. Oh, this is that big lay-by, I think, some mirrors. There's people left me behind, you don't need to worry about that. I've been left behind from people, circles of friends. You move on, it's just an evolution of life, innit? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, speaking of moving on, I've been your old mate Borothea. Once again, you, my friend, have been beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed this, whatever it is. This is actually the lay-by I was thinking of. I'm not going to be parking here tonight. I'm not. I'm just going to quickly check these straps. I'll just squeeze him in here so we're not arse end sticking out. I'll quickly check these straps. I'll cut you loose here. I'll check my load, make sure it's still secure, and then I'm going to get myself away and ring my wife, and I'm just going to run the clock out down the road as much as I can. Righto, thanks very much then. I've been your old mate Borothea, as I've said, for the 300th time. And once again, you, my friend, have been beautiful. How long have we done? 1 hour and 4 minutes. I think that's long enough, isn't it? See you later. Have a great evening. Ta-ra now. Take care. Bye-bye.